Oh, this is very creepy, the way this works. But the views are gorgeous. This is a little bit scarier than other ones. Oh yeah, look up. That goes real high. That goes real high. Okay, I'll meet you at the top. Hello, and welcome to Hello, I am Clutch. And today's adventure takes us to just outside of Rye, Colorado, about 3 hours south of Denver, to Bishop Castle. Now, Bishop Castle is basically one man's dream to build a castle in the middle of the mountains of Colorado. So this was actually apparently built by hand by someone named Jim Bishop, hence Bishop Castle, and it was made with a bunch of stone, a bunch of just like iron, and it is free to go around and a little bit jank. So the whole idea here is just kind of walk around and see it, go up these towers up here, get to walk around and kind of discover the whole castle. And I've heard it is kind of dangerous but fun, so you're gonna come along with me. I've never been here. Now the weird thing is, because it is Bishop Castle, I believe you can only move diagonally. So right at the start we have this amazing just kind of stone archway entryway, but we then have this big old sign that says enter your own risk. It says you must read the sign before entering. They're not responsible for our safety. They're not responsible for your physical, mental, or emotional well-being. This place is still under construction. There's a whole lot of things. I read it off camera, so you can read it here if you want, but yes, there's a big old warning to basically kind of tell you like this is not really a fully enter at your own risk. That's it. They say it. Upon closer inspection, is actually this entryway is kind of like a moat. It's cool. This is amazing. And so you can kind of see it behind you there. You can climb up in it, as far as I know. Who knows? This is very interesting where we're gonna go. So there's just some kind of artwork-ish things over here. I have to watch where I'm walking because it's muddy, but this is interesting. Like this is absolutely fascinating. It's a lot bigger than I actually even expected it to be after looking at pictures and stuff. Okay, look at that. Oh, that sun's bright. Walking a little closer now. Again, the sun is quite bright. But like you can walk in, I think, many different ways. Anything that I think is open is available for you to walk on. Clearly you can do the stairs. So maybe we'll start there. This is an amazing structure of stone and iron. Okay, we're gonna start by going in the bottom because everyone's doing the stairs. So we're gonna be cool kids and do something else. Ooh, this looks like an elevator. That looks like an elevator. That's the scariest elevator ever. We will not go on the elevator. Oh, and here's, I guess, where they were working on it. There's wood and things and stuff. This is awesome. Ooh. So, I'm seeing it as you're seeing it. Got like, looks like a little kind of sitting area. I don't know. Got some stained glass on the windows there, or the windows are stained glass. This is great. Wow. Look at this machinery. We got some fun machinery, and then immediately other stairs, because this ladder goes nowhere. So we're gonna go up the stairs here where it says Jim started the castle, not his father Willard. So everyone know that. Apparently Jim's father Willard built this round part only, so we should know that. Anyway, up the stairs. Spiral staircase. Ooh, it is quite chilly in here because there's no sun. So let's see. This is, I mean, so far it's just a spiral staircase. You're not seeing much, but look at, we got a little window. Oh. Okay. Whew, we're on. So it does it keep going? Does it keep, no, it ends. So let's turn around and see what's in here. Oh my gosh, oh my gooseness. Oh wow, it's just this humongous open room here. This is incredible. Yeah. This feels both safe and incredibly unsafe at the same time. Continuing around that first room, we got more stained glass windows. This is awesome. Some of this is actually just open air, so again, it is quite chilly in here. I'm here at actually the beginning of May, and it's a nice day, but it's in like the 60s outside. It's quite chilly in here. It almost feels like you're in a cave. But this is beautiful. This is cool. And it's interesting because again, it is an interesting mix of like stone and iron, and if you do look at the ceiling, it is wooden, so like and floor is wooden as well. So it's just, I don't know, it's quite impressive, just the scale of this so far. So like any castle, you have your defunct stove, you have your defunct washing machine, you have your defunct, it looks like a heater, many defunct things. Here's where the elevator is, or dumbwaiter, or I don't know what you'd call it here. It's scary, that's what I would call it. On the opposite side of the room, there's another opening. This goes to nowhere. This has no elevator. Kind of reminds me of the Winchester Mystery House near San Jose, if you know that reference. Let's go up to the next floor of this very sturdy looking wrought iron staircase. Ooh, yeah, no, it feels sturdy. Let's see, keeping on going up here. Let's see, ooh, oh wow. Holy moly, look at this. It's just a humongous cathedral room. Wow, that is not what I expected. We were in one big room, and now we're in another even bigger room. Just want to give you kind of a 360 of this room, this cathedral. Like, I know we kind of came up and just looked quickly, but like, ceiling goes real high. And you got a lot of great stained glass here, a lot of cool rock work, wood going all up and down. This is fantastic. Big fireplace, a single wooden arm. I don't even know. This whole place is just real cool. That kid's as excited as I am. So let's actually take a look outside, because you can go on this balcony and walk all the way around. And you're not super high, but there is nothing below your feet, so that's kind of creepy here. So, oh, I see. So these were these stairs we could have walked up from the get-go. Then we chose to go the other way, and these stairs look like they just kind of go up to this, nothing much. So there's just that. But let's go around the front here. This is surprisingly stable. Surprisingly, it's weird not seeing much, what doesn't look like much support below you, but this is surprisingly stable. So this is where we just were from that cathedral. So that's pretty cool, just looking into that. But yeah, look. So clearly that's not as safe because I got a rope there, so we're not gonna do that. But going around, I wanna watch your head, and yeah, more ropes because there's nothing there to stop you from doom and death and plundering into your doom and your death. Those are the two things. So, but this is still great. Like walking around here, it's fun to just walk outside here and to see the forest and see all that. It's nice, and it is amazing just how much rock work there is. And like, look at the angles of this. This is fantastic. It's just cool to walk around here. Like, it's fun that you can kind of peek in and see different staircases and be like, how do I get there? You probably walk around. It's not that complicated, Clutch. Anyway, let's continue this outside tour. So, we got a pipe for some reason, not sure why. And then a ladder, I guess. Oh, and big machinery down here. Looks like I think they're still possibly working on this, but I don't know if they really truly are. But yeah. And then here's another big entrance to that cathedral, right here. And then we're still just walking around. This fun 360 on the outside for you. This is actually pleasant. Like, once you don't think about that you're walking on these iron kind of balconies, you become desensitized eventually. It's not hard. Again, this is probably a good way just to face your fears of heights. And so then that really completes the 160. I keep getting my angles and numbers wrong. That completes the 360 tour around. Oh my gosh, that was scary. You didn't even see it, but right here, there's a little bit of an indent, and that was frightening to step in. So a couple really cool things to point out with these windows over here. First of all, this humongous bar seems like it controls all the windows, so you'd like pull on that to, I guess, open these windows, and then I'll try to get a better shot later, but there is a dragon out there that I think was built to breathe actual fire, and I think it might actually still do that, because if you look, there's a pipe up there. This pipe comes down. Okay, so it's not connected, probably not working, or maybe, no, this pipe is, because we got propane, which would lead to fire. This is a fire castle. So from that big room, our next step is we're gonna go up this staircase here. This seems a little interesting. We're gonna keep going up and see what happens. This is kind of fun. This reminds me of Meow Wolf because it's kind of choose your own adventure-y. And this staircase is definitely a little bit more, less uniform let's say. It's a little scary going up this. Like the steps are not exactly even. You might not really be seeing that, so I'm trying to be very careful walking and talking and holding this at the same time, and you're with me, so you're wonderful for coming on this journey. Let's see. Okay, so what are we gonna have? Looks like, ooh, an open air view of that cathedral a little bit. You can see the other side over there. Look at this. That looks spooky. There's like a little spooky thingy. It looks like cobwebs. It's kind of, I don't know. I love this. This is fantastic. So, I guess people come up here and put stickers all the time. Interesting. Then we got a nice little viewing balcony here where you can see out. Oh, there's a horsey over there. Do you see the horsey? Look at the horsey. Where are you, Mr. Horsey? Hey, horsey. You gonna climb up in here? Nay. All right, going up one more floor here. Again, the stairs, it has to be safe, right? It has to be safe. Everyone's been doing this for years. It definitely feels not like the most, again, uniform thing here, so it's kind of scary in that way, but the steps feel solid. All right, made it to the stop of the next set of stairs, and now we're going out, and it is much more open. Oh gosh, this is a little scarier. Oh geez, that is not exactly level. So, oh yeah, there's an indent there. Watch out for the indent. This is interesting because it's like there is nothing below your feet there. So like there's my feet. And that's a little scary because we're about 3 floors up now. The views are gorgeous, I will say. And I like that there's handholds everywhere, but this is definitely, this is a good way to test your fear of heights and to have some, exposure therapy. This is good exposure therapy, everybody. Come out here for height exposure therapy. I will say it feels very, very sturdy, but it doesn't exactly look like it would be. So going around kind of the outside here, oh my gosh, this is fun just to have you be with me while I'm all exasperated. The best thing about this is it's got the great view of that dragon we were talking about. There you go, there's the dragon. Hello, dragon. So apparently it can actually breathe fire sometimes. So it was worth it to come up here to see the dragon. And then if we look in here, like this place feels like it's from a different time, like when there was computer equipment. Continuing on, this is the top of that cathedral we were just in. So this is pretty neat to see the outside of that. It's interesting that the inside is all have those wood slats when the outside looks kind of metal here. But it looks like we can still get all the way up there at some point. I'm not exactly sure how you get there because we have these things here and I don't think you can climb on that, so I'm assuming we climb straight up that tower at some point. So let's see if we get there eventually. This is a little freaky because if you look at the floor here, like there's truly like full gaps, then you can see all the way down in there, and that is just kind of creepy. Like you can over here as well, like so you really should, like it is sturdy, but you really do have to watch your step because there are like holes you couldn't fall in, but holes that your foot could like get hurt in. So like this is both, again, this is kind of like sketchy but fun. Okay, so we're gonna go up this next set of steps. It's again next to the weird floor holes, but this one is a little bit different because there's not exact handholds everywhere. So I'm gonna have my hand on the middle here, so pardon if it goes a little slow. But yeah, so this is kind of like, and watch your head too. I mean, you can't see it, but I can see it, so, oh, yep. You just bend down a little bit. Hello. Oh, you're good. Going up here, let's see. Oh, this is very creepy, the way this works. But the views are gorgeous. Okay. Yeah, this is a little bit scarier than other ones. Oh yeah, look up. That goes real high. That goes real high. Okay, I'll meet you at the top. So I'm about like 3/4 up. I've been climbing kind of on my hands and knees because it's kind of freaky, but I'm pretty high now. You can see that out there. I'm just at a part where you can kind of see how high we are. So if I look down, it's kind of hard to see through, but we're quite a bit, and then we still got just a little bit more, but I think we're gonna get some good views up there. So I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, we're now at the open air part, and it's quite beautiful up here. It is weirdly, this feels so weirdly dangerous, I gotta say. Like, you really have to have your wits about you to do this, but like, there's some amazing views. These kind of structure at the top are cool, but this is still not technically the top. So I will try to go up there and maybe get a couple shots. But just seeing this alone, and again, I'm glad there's all this kind of iron everywhere because I can hold on nice and easily. So the views are pretty great, but this is, I can't believe how high this is going. Because I didn't realize this is higher than that over there, so that's less exciting. I still want to do it, but I feel like I've almost reached the top. Okay, for all you fans of Hello, I am Clutch. Thank you for being here. We have reached the top. This is as high as you can get. It gets a little wobbly and shaky here, so I'm not gonna stay long. This is really freaky. This felt like it was about like 10 stories of climbing. I don't know exactly how far it was, but it was a lot. And this was scary and shaky. So I'm gonna climb back down and I'm gonna meet you back at the bottom for more, much lower altitude adventures. All right, back on relatively stable ground. So something I'm not doing a good job of is looking up. Had I looked up, I would have seen just how high that thing goes. Oh my gosh. So anyway, now let's go back to the original staircase and go up again. I'm ridiculous. As I'm going up these stairs, I do just want to point out again, like really pay attention to your step, because like it's not all even. You can see it's kind of like there's a gap here and things are different sizes and shapes. And it's creepy that there's nothing under it. So just like really, truly pay attention when you're walking. That's why I've been kind of starting and stopping a little bit more often than I expected, because I've really been trying to pay attention and not die. Okay, that one was a lot easier. It's a lot more stable. You're on rocks instead of all these iron rungs, but you still get a pretty cool view right here of that side. Probably get up there eventually. But again, looking back at this, that was ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Back in that cathedral room. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up this other tower to go to that orb globe thing at the top. So probably not gonna film on the stairs this time, so I'll see you up there. Well, this is cool. Halfway up that staircase, there's a bell. And it's half broken and it's being held on by wire. So that's not terrifying at all. All right, got to the top in the open air part. And again, not as high as Craziness Tower over there. That's Craziness Tower. This tower, nice and stable tower. However, there is this kind of stairway overpass that doesn't go anywhere, but the stairs are jank and you kind of take your life into your own hands when you walk on that. So we're gonna take a pass on that. However, there is a little outcropping over there we might go to in a sec. And then we're gonna go up to the top here and check that out. So first, actually, let's go to the outcropping. So just because you can see just goes right there, I'm not gonna actually walk down this because I'm starting to get a little exhausted from the death-defying walking on things. Anyway, it's really cool. There's a lot of just ironness and things here. It's fun because you can see the dragon from up here as well, but like, you can see that. Anyway, we'll now go back up there at the top of the dome and show you some fun views. And we have made it to the top of the Sun Dome, as I'm calling it. And you have to be careful because there's sharp edges. There's sharp edges. There's sharp edges. I can't believe we're allowed to do this and this hasn't been somehow shut down, because this feels continually unreasonably unsafe. But the views are gorgeous. So just want to also say one more thing up here. Like the other high tower, this one, once you get to the top here, is a little bit more shaky, but there's a lot more surface area, so it's not scary. But just to kind of show you, again, in comparison, like this, you can see how high we are now, and you can see that over there, and it still goes up like a few more layers, and then a few more layers. You can see just how much higher that was. I can't believe I didn't. It was good I didn't actually look at first, because then I might have been too scared to do it. So, okay, we're gonna go back down to the ground and find some of the other little nooks and crannies that we have not seen quite yet. And almost down, and oh, sweet, relatively strong ground. I love you, 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 I love you. Just want to get another shot of that crazy tower, because every time I see it from different angles, it feels crazier and crazier, and I just love how high it goes. This is, oh, I can't believe I climbed that thing. So just kind of doing a final thing on the outside here, and just some of the angles are pretty awesome here. Like, look at this. Like, just, you can see a lot of just the walkways and everything, and really get some interesting views from this side. So definitely worth walking around on the outside as well. On the outside here, we got some chickens. Look at this. I believe this is Henrietta, and Henrietta. So just one other fun thing outside. Again, I'm here at the beginning of May, and there's still snow on the ground. Fun? And across from Bishop's Castle here, you have not only a little snack shop, you also have a legit gift shop. This is great. They actually have some branded merch. They got magnets for $8 there. They got some glasses and stuff right here, and then they got shirts. Look at this design is pretty much on every shirt. But yeah, they got sweatshirts, shirts, things, branded merch. Love it. Well, I guess we got one more thing. The gift shop is not it. Do we have across from the gift shop? I noticed this much more sturdy looking walkway. So it goes over basically where we started. That's where we started the fun moat thing, and you go up into this, and it's got an amazing kind of door. And then, yeah, okay. Oh, this is like a little house. It's got a stove and everything. Look at this. Well, that's just another fun thing. Oh, it just functions like a garage. And that's gonna do it for our time here at Bishop Castle. That was scary. That was fun and treacherous, and I can't believe that we are allowed to walk around in this thing, because that didn't feel safe a lot of the times. Like, it was mostly sturdy. It just felt like you could trip easily, you could like get poked easily. I don't know. Anyway, it's again, it's completely free to come here, so it's totally worth it if you're able to. It's an adventure. That's an adventure. Oh my gosh. Anyway, if you do want to see some really other fun things to do around Colorado, I actually have a whole bunch of fun videos that you can watch right up here. There's a lot of great stuff in there, in and around the Colorado area. But if you did want to just see some other fun adventure to go on with me, that's a great video right there. So hopefully I will see you in one of those. But until that time, I will say goodbye. I am still Clutch.